my name is the Simple Evie, and this is something I'm basically gonna be trying new with. Sorry if I'm stuttering a bit or saying or repeating a lot of words. I'm kind of doing this off script, but I wanted to try I guess recording my own videos, just doing random stuff. And I figured with the Animal Crossing New Horizons 3.0 update and Nintendo Switch 2 version coming out in like next week, I figured I like tier list some villagers. I wanted to do like a tier list of all like the villagers, but I figured that would take too long, so I'm gonna be doing a tier list on all the villagers who we haven't seen back yet in like years. Like it's mainly the ones like from the original Japanese version of Animal Crossing and like Doitsu no Mori E Plus and all that. And just overall like ones that were like from the Animal Crossing for GameCube but just never came back. Again, sorry for if I'll like be stuttering and all that. I'm just like never really done this something like before, but it's something I'm trying to get over with. I'm also gonna be taking their personalities like into account, because I know how they have like their basic peppy, snooty, jock personalities, but when you read like their e-cards and stuff, they actually have like a bit more substance to them. So I wanted to put that in effect, because people always judge these animals by the way they look and not what they look deep inside, you know what I mean? I know like the developers can obviously make every single animal like individually unique from the other, because that would probably take way too much time, but it's just something to put in perspective. Okay, so with that, I guess we'll get started. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm also like kind of looking into these personalities a bit blind, so we're kind of gonna go, because I don't really know a lot about these guys, so we're just gonna go through this like together basically. So first off we have Isle, lazy bear cub. He looks nice. I like his like cute little design, but the problem is that he's always sus about everything. Like he's always like looking back like him like a lot of the time, like he's suspicious about everyone and like unsure about talking to them a lot of the time. Me basically. It's just something that he's just like always suspicious about stuff. Like I'm not sure if something happened to him like before, like if he's suspicious of other people, or if he's suspicious of people like finding out about him. Like one of his like quotes is like, once you suspect something, everything else will start to seem suspicious. And his catchphrase is literally uh-oh. But yeah, I mean maybe if I get to know him, like maybe he'll start to like change like his like mind a little bit, but yeah, he's just really sus about everything. I mean, look at him, that looks like the face of a suspicious person, or like someone who's suspicious of other people. I'll put them in there okay. Next up we have Analog, little jock penguin. He has like a little cute weird face. I'm not entirely sure which animal species is my favorite. I definitely like bear cubs like a lot, but penguins are also really cute. His like e-card mentions that he always like shakes a lot, not because he's cold, but because he always has like muscle aches and stuff, which is a little worrying. But they definitely have like a more friendlier face than Isle, so I'll put them in. They seem nice. Next up is Aziz, or Aziz. I actually had this guy in my GameCube Animal Crossing, back when I got rebought a GameCube on eBay, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna try the GameCube Animal Crossing game, and I really liked him. He has like nice cool blue hair. I also found out that he's actually wearing Anjou's clothes from Majora's Mask, which I never really knew about. I think it mentioned that Betty and Boris were wearing Kaffa's clothes from Majora's Mask, so that's interesting. His name is Arabic for strong, powerful, respected, very fitting of a lion. And apparently, according to another villager's e-reader card, he's best friends with Genji, and they often like to run around together, and that's really nice, because again, you don't really see much of the other animals' personalities until you go into their e-reader cards and look at them, because I want to know who's best friends with who, or who's enemy with who, and all that. One of this guy's does things is that he likes to collect rugs, nothing but rugs. His house is just nothing filled with lots of rugs, which I'm wondering, I guess maybe he would sleep in rugs, or maybe have a bed or a little sleeping cocoon thing with rugs. I'm not sure if it'll be really comfortable, but I'm sure he has it all figured out. This might be more biased because I had him in his town, but I thought he was really nice, so I would like to see them again in a future Animal Crossing game. Next up we have Belle, a peppy cow. She's really happy all the time, a massive big optimist, and like nothing like really gets her down, which is really nice. Like I could use like a friend like this. She kind of looks like a bit like Tipper in a way, or it could be related to Tipper because they have the same white cow black spots aesthetic. Nothing too much to say about this one. I definitely would like to see them back. Next up we have Bessie, who's a normal cow. She looks like a nice, like, friendly person and all that, but the weird thing about her e-reader card is that she likes to shove fruit up her nose for some reason. I don't know why. She started with cherries and grapes and apparently moved on to oranges, and I don't know what else she would, like, shove up there. I want to say a banana, but I'm not sure how that would be applicable. Also, the e-reader card describes her as like a real, with all due respect, she's a real fruitcake. I mean, I'm sure they seem nice, but I don't know, like, maybe get rid of the habit and then we'll talk. I'll put them in there, okay? Next we have Betty, a normal chicken. She's always like worrying about like fashion and stuff and like looking outfits, and I like the little shirt that she has on right now. So yeah, I'll put them, they seem nice. This one I'm really excited about. This one is Bo, or I guess Bow, because Bow Wow. This guy and another character named Meow are based on these little toy things called Bowlinguals and Meowlinguals, which were basically little animal communication devices for dogs and cats. Like, they would like record their sounds and translate that into human emotions so you could tell like what they were feeling. I don't know if that actually worked, but it seems like a really cool thing. But yeah, they seem like a really nice person and like a little cute like little doggy like dog Tamagotchi thing, and I think it would be nice to see them back. Like, I don't know if they still sell these things, but it's really nice to have. Also, it mentions that they want to tell that they're special someone how they feel, and I just think that's really nice. Next up is Carmen, not to be confused with the rabbit. This is Carmen, the snooty mouse. She likes to sleep. She has like, apparently she has 2 beds in her house, one for sleepover with friends and as a backup bed, and I guess like a beauty sleep will be appropriate for like a little mouse. Yeah, I'll put them in, they seem nice. Next up is Carrot. She's a normal cow and she looks like a carrot. It's very sweet, very nice. Apparently like she also like talks about like her being like young and all that stuff, like where it feels like spring in my world. People like this are often spring in all their lives, so I guess that's a nice attitude to have. One of her quotes though is like really like a bit understand. It's supposed to be, it's funny that the chopsticks have fallen, which basically means laughing a lot at trivial things, like particularly girls in their late teens, which I guess it means like, oh, like she's laughing at like girls like worrying about stuff when they're adult, which was like the problems that she might have had. I'm guessing that's what that means. They're okay. I'm gonna be doing like the special villagers like Cece and Ganon and stuff like for last, because I feel like those would be like a bit more appropriate. First we got good old Champ here. I think he's from Wild World especially. They definitely seem nice. I would like to see them like come back. I know they haven't like shown up because like of the whole Champ Porter thing. But I don't know, maybe they could be like related somewhat. Yeah. Next up is Chico, little lazy mouse. Apparently he likes to like smile a lot, and it especially likes to keep his teeth in good shape. He brushes them a lot, but has like a fondness for sweets. I'm not sure why like his eyes are squinting a lot, but they definitely seem nice. Next up is Chuck. Apparently his name is like based around like chuck steak, which is like the part of the cow they cut that's like by the neck and shoulders, which is interesting. I've never heard of a chuck steak before. Apparently this guy is just always like mean and grumpy. Like they don't know that they're mean and grumpy, but he is like mean and grumpy because he's fun in it. So he's a bit of a jerk. I'm not entirely sure how I would like deal with like someone who is, I mean, if they don't mean it, like if he's like mean and grumpy without knowing it, but also mean and grumpy like because he finds it fun. So I'm not entirely sure where I would put it. I guess I could do without. I don't like someone who's just like, I mean, it's one thing if they're like mean and grumpy without realizing it, but it's mean and grumpy because they're fun with it. But so yeah. Next up is Clara. She's a normal hippo. Apparently her e-reader card is like really mean because it talks about how she wants to live in an attic, but it wouldn't be safer because you wouldn't want a hole in the ceiling, implying that she's really fat, which isn't nice. Like, I'm sure like Clara's like a nice person. She has a good life advice when it comes to her quote, which is basically a raven imitating a cormorant. They both have black feathers, but a raven can't dive for fish, so trying to be as skillful as someone else and failing. So the two of you may have similar qualities, but one can't do like the same as the other job. Like, you can't be like as skillful as someone else when like you probably aren't like really qualified for it. So that's nice. They seem really nice. Next we have Cupcake. She's a snooty bear cub. I definitely like bear cubs like a lot. Like, my top two favorite villagers are Boo Bear and Sherry because I ship them a lot. But maybe that'll be a video for another day when I do like rank all the villagers for New Horizons. Apparently she cares about like her skin condition and like fur a lot. She uses a lot of shampoos and moisturizers to keep her fur as pink as possible, and I think that's really cool. They seem nice. Next we have Dozer. He's a lazy bear and he's always like sleeping like a lot. And apparently he's like the only bear that was like left behind for everything. But yeah, he's just a lazy little purple bear who just likes to sleep a lot, and I could really like, that's really nice. I would bring them back immediately. Next we have Alina, the peppy elephant. She's also the only elephant who wasn't brought back. I definitely say, like, if she was brought back, she definitely would be like the Uchi or big sisterly personality, because it mentions how she's not afraid to tell you where you've gone wrong, like, because we're not sure if she's trying to be motherly, grandmotherly, or bossy or big sisterly. Like, she cares about responsibility a lot and making sure people are like in check and following the rules. So yeah, they seem nice. Next up is Emerald. She's a normal frog. Apparently she likes tongue twisters. Her favorite one is apparently Susie and Sam sell seashells down by the seashore. Let me see if I can do that. Susie and Sam sell seashells down by the seashore. Susie and Sam sell seashells down by the seashore. Susie and Sam sell seashells down by the seashore. Susie and Sam sell seashells down by the seashore. Well, I tried. They seem nice. It would be really nice to like be friends with them. Next up is Flash. He's a cranky bird. Apparently he just likes the summer. Like the really nice summer, like summer living, being on an island, which definitely would make sense, like, for a New Horizon, since that's an island. Like swimming and surfing and relaxing. His catchphrase is babe, which is like a little weird, but you know what? Maybe he's like retired or something and like just wants to like hang out and check out like everybody. So you know what? Let's bring them back for like the New Horizons aesthetic. Next we have Flossie, the peppy mouse. She likes to be the center attention. Apparently her thing says, so why does she live on a deserted island? Can you think of a better way to ensure that anyone around is paying attention to you? I'm not entirely sure why you want to be on a deserted island, like, oh wait, yeah, so like everyone will have to like pay attention to her, I get it. They're okay. Next we have Fruity, a jock duck. I'm not entirely sure like what Fruity, like, well, you know what I mean. Apparently he's someone who doesn't figure out like too far ahead, like he's like an I'll do it later like kind of guy, which is kind of how I am, like, oh, I'll figure it out like later as I work out my ADHD. But everything like turns out alright like for his end. They seem nice. I could really get used to them. Next we have Jen, like Jen or Gen, the jock sheep. They really like running. They like really run and going fast, or like finishing a lot of things first, and isn't really interested in like being the best in his studies, which is interesting. The weird thing is, though, is that, like, his go-to is controlling people if you go first. If you do things before others, you'll be in an advantageous situation. So he cares about going, like, fast and first about a long thing, but when it's a thing about, like, but when it comes to, like, doing things he's, like, a bit, like, unsure of, he manipulates people and, like, has them go first. So if everything's alright or isn't, like, he knows what to do, which is a little bit weird. I guess I could do without. I don't like manipulators. Next we got Hambo, the jock pig, the good old Rambo guy. Apparently he and another friend, he's best friends with another Animal Crossing villager named Hector, which we'll get into soon, and they often work out like his house. He likes boxing. He's wearing his headband because of boxing, because he never knows when he wants to practice. So that's cool. I'll put them in there okay. I'm glad he has like a best friend. Next we got Hank. He's a jock chicken. He's really high energy, throws himself into whatever he's doing. He loves competitions. I'm surprised, like, well, he and Jen will probably, like, get, like, really well, like, along. But I feel like Hank would be, like, a lot, like, better about it. I think they're okay. Next we do have Hector, who's a jock chicken. The best friends with Hambo. Apparently the reason why they hang out at Hector's house is because he likes to use his own equipment, and because, like, Hambo is a pig, so he can't really pick up his own stuff, I guess. I think they're okay. Also, he kind of looks a bit like Burley, and now I can't unsee it, and now you can't unsee it as well. Next we got Huggy, Peppy Koala, the only koala that was left behind. She likes drums. She likes to play the conga drums, like dancing the mambo, the rumba. She just likes to dance, so they seem nice. They have like a nice smile. Next we have Iggy, who's a jock goat. Apparently he's like still like full of energy, but he often pushes himself too far and has like sore muscles a lot. They definitely have like that age to them as well, but they definitely seem nice. I like their blue color. Jan. I've definitely been wanting to get into her after like the stuff that I've seen and researched about her. So her name's based on Jan Goodall, who's like who's like good for studying chimpanzees. And apparently this is what she looks like in like our version of Animal Crossing for GameCube, because apparently in the Japanese version of Animal Crossing she looked like this. Yeah, it looks really bad. Apparently the reason why she looks like this is because she's based around a Japanese fashion trend in the 2000s called Genguro, which was basically where people rebelled like the traditional beauty standard of pale skin, dark hair, neutral makeup tones by tanning their skin or even darkening their skin sometimes, bleaching their hair and using colorful makeup everywhere. And it's even mentioned in the description she just likes to tan and be noticed. Well, she doesn't like to tan, she just likes to be noticed by wearing like lots of colorful outfits and stuff. I know it was like the 2000s, but that like fashion statement definitely bothers me when I first read it. But I think what it especially bothers me is that out of all the animals to implement that style, that fashion style towards, did it have to be a gorilla? Like, did it actually have to be a gorilla who's, like, close to a monkey? Anyway, like, with this design it seems nice, but I honestly, I could do without. Anyway, next up we got Joe. He's a cranky bird. He's very headstrong. Apparently the pink streaks under his eyes, like, might be representative, like, some tears he used to shed back then, because apparently he doesn't like to shed tears. His catchphrase is yada yada, or like good grief or something. But you know what, they seem nice, despite it all. Next we got Jubei, a cranky lion. He's well liked by people. He's someone who describes himself as strict with himself and strict with others, and like his philosophy is to pinch yourself and know the pain of others. It's important to imagine the pain of others as if it was your own pain and be considerate of others. So maybe he's like strict on himself, like so he get to know like what he's like doing to be strict to others, and I understand it, but I think they seem nice at a very understandable like place. I would be friends with them. Next we got Kid, a jock squirrel who kind of looks a bit like a baby conker. Apparently he's like really bothered by like especially small flaws, like that really like seem like nothing in comparison. And I guess like bad habits, because he believes even people who do not appear to have any habits have a few habits. They're okay. I don't really have much to say about it. Next we have Koharu, the peppy kangaroo. Her name is apparently a term for late autumn, and her little child baby is Hiyori, which means weather. And together their names make, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Koharu Biyori, which is a word for warm autumn days, or like Indian summer. She struggles a lot with like taking care of her child, and like believes she can't do anything for herself, but she's still very happy, and that's really very sweet. So I would like them to come back. Next we have Lei, peppy chicken. I like her little like aesthetic. She's always very busy, like hanging out with friends and shopping for furniture, and apparently because of these, like she has very little brain space to remember anything else. Big ADHD energy. They seem nice. They seem very nice. Next we have Liz, a normal alligator. She likes cute things. She's the only alligator to be left behind. She just likes cute, or like she describes her taste as cute. And you know what, yeah, they seem nice. Yeah. Next up is Lulu, the peppy hippo. Apparently she likes to like nap and yawn because she's a hippo. But apparently she sleeps indoors now because she yawned and a mosquito flew in her mouth, which was disgusting, but you know what? She seems nice. Next up, we have another animal named Lulu, because apparently this Lulu, her Japanese name is El Niño, which is literally El Niño, Spanish for like a child, or like a warm current in like the Pacific Ocean. And this anteater named Lulu is like literally translated from her Japanese name, which is Ruru. She's a snooty anteater. Her like personality is like a little bit weird, because it's like when a person who initially gave you a bad impression is unkind to you, you may think they're actually a very nice person. However, it's not advisable to intentionally make a bad first impression. So either she like always like assumes about bad impressions about people, or just always like judges people, I guess. Also, I shit you not, her catchphrase is literally ara ara. Ara ara. Can you imagine this cute little anteater who looks like this giving you the ara ara sound? Yeah, that's weird. I guess like I could do without. Despite her cute appearances, like I could do without. Next we have Madame Rosa, who definitely looks very pretty. She's always like busy with tea parties and tennis and trips abroad, and always a hard worker with like her schedule, which is nice. Apparently she lives like a life of ease and comfort. She's a snooty bird, by the way. And you know what? Let's bring them back. I like this one. Next we have Marcy, not to be confused with the other kangaroo. That's Marcie. This one's Marcy with a Y. She's peppy, but she's very strict. She's a very strict mother. With like her child, and I mean I don't mind like her being like tough on her child, but I'm not sure about her like being like this strict. So I guess I could do without. Next we have Masa, the jock dog. Apparently he's fishing buddies with Ace. He just likes fishing a lot, and he likes fishing in the ocean. So that's really nice. They seem nice. Next we have Megumi, the peppy dog. She's like very cute and pink. Her thing is that people always notice someone who appears sweet and pretty. It is not always easy to approach them. However, if you have the courage to talk to them, you'll be surprised to find they are quite open and candid. So yeah, it's like saying like, oh, like she's like pretty and nervous to talk to her, but she's very sweet on the inside. And her like philosophy is also nice. If you do not enter the tiger's den, you will not get the tiger's cub. Literally nothing ventured, nothing gained. So you know what? Let's bring them back immediately. Here we have Meow, the peppy cat, like basically the same person as Bao. She has a keen sense of perception. She can tell what others are thinking, and she knows when you're lying. But yeah, the same as Bao. I would like to have her back. Next we have Nindori, the jock ostrich. So the whole thing with Nindori is that it was a collab with a Japanese magazine called Nintendo Dream to design a villager who would serve as the mascot for the magazine. His birthday is a reference to when the GameCube first released in Japan, and it mentioned he had his 3 other siblings, which are supposed to be the other 3 colors of the GameCube, violet, black, and silver, because he's the orange GameCube, and I like his philosophy of nothing is better than an original idea. So yeah, let's bring them back immediately. Also, he's the only ostrich left behind. Next up, we have the one and only Nosegay, which is like a funny name. She's a normal anteater. Apparently the name Nosegay is like supposed to be another term for a bouquet of flowers or herbs. And yeah, she likes like flowers with her little aesthetic. Apparently she also does like to eat ants and like finding ants, and leaves like candy and rotten radishes like as like a trap and stuff. Despite the name and despite the questionable actions that she does, I think they seem nice. So yeah, next up we have Otis, the lazy bird. He's a bit of a dirty man. Apparently he's been growing gray. The orange like stuff on his underneath his beak is basically his original colors, and he's like going gray. And he's a bit touchy about it. His catchphrase is also "I suppose." I think they're okay. I mean, I don't mind a dirty man, but you know, they're okay. Next up we have Oxford, the cranky bull. I think I also had him in my town at one point for GameCube. He's like one who can, he's basically one who like, he says he's tough, but we don't like actually know if he is. Like, he can lift a piano with one hoof behind his back. He can push a car for miles. He can pull a huge tree out of the ground. Though he might be like messing with you, he seems nice. He seems really nice. Next we have Patricia, who's a normal rhino. She's really bright, like, she has strawberries for horns and looks like cheese. Nothing too much to say about it, like, she just looks nice. Next we have Penny, the peppy mouse. Like her name suggests, she likes money and, like, basically being, like, cheap, where she walks past, like, Nook's Cranny and basically heads to the dump where she can get stuff for free. I'll put they're okay. Actually, no, I could probably do without, like, you don't need to be a penny pincher. Next we have Petunia. She's a snooty cow, and she also likes money. She enjoys being rich, and apparently one of her things is that if you try sending a letter with a password, like, she'll tell you about her secret hobby and, like her secret hobby, and I thought, like, oh, the game does have passwords, so I'm wondering if you get something if you send her, like, one of those passwords. But then I thought, oh, wait, you, like, send her, like, your credit card password and stuff, and, like, oh, she's committing, like, theft and robbery, so, you know what, just stay where you are. Just stay where you are. Next we got Pierre, the jock cat, who's basically literally Kaufmo, in cat form. Apparently he does, like, jogging more than juggling. They're okay. They seem nice. Maybe they could be best friends with Pietro if the time comes for it. Next we have Pigleg, who's a pirate. I feel like he could be best friends with Rambo, or not Rambo, Hambo. God, what am I saying? Because, you know, they're both pigs and they look, like, really tough. Apparently his eye patch, like, there's nothing wrong with his eyes and stuff, but they're okay. Yeah. Next we have Poco, a jock bear cub. This one's a bit of a lore breaker because it turns out this guy is Ike's son, and he wants to be like his dad, like at fishing. He feels, like, lonely when he can't sleep or when he's hungry because he misses his dad. And apparently I read this from Ike's card. He always, like keeps an eye on him because, like, he's worried about him too, and that's really nice. Apparently his whole thing is that, children are children of the wind, adults are children of fire, which means that children will play outside when it's cold while adults stay indoors by the fire, because I guess children like to explore something. But yeah, bring them back immediately. I want a father and son to reunite. Maybe they could do something like this more, like, have, like, more, I guess, new generation type Animal Crossing characters, like sons and daughters and stuff, because that just seems nice. Next we have Quetzal, the jock eagle. Apparently he likes interior design. He, like, says he moves furniture around because it helps to keep him safe, but that's just bullshit. He's the only eagle left behind, and they seem really nice. I like their, like, aesthetic and vibes and stuff. Next we have Rhoda, the snooty chicken. She feels like she's, like, really well bred with, like, her snooty attitude, and, like, she'll, like, be upset if you insult her flashy clothes. I feel like they would seem nice despite everything. Next we have Rolo, the lazy hippo, the only lazy hippo, like, in all of Animal Crossing, and it's been left behind. He's like, he's not a thing for manners. He chews with his mouth open and stuff like that. And the only time I also know Rollo is because of that one Animal Crossing animation where Rollo is obsessed with like having a package delivered and he just goes batshit insane. I'll have a link to that in the description so you see what I mean. But they seem nice. Actually, you know what? Bring them back immediately. We would like more. I want a lazy hippo. I want like more varied animals, personalities again. Next we got a fellow named Shinabiru, the jock duck. Apparently this guy was designed by a Japanese cartoonist and manga artist named Takayuki Mizushina as a caricaturized self-portrait, which makes sense. He is a shaved duck, and he wants to be a cartoonist, and is actually working towards it, and he says to make money doing what you enjoy. So yeah, let's bring them back, like, immediately. They, like, seem, like, really nice, despite the human-like face. I think, like, the person's, like, manga, it was, like, a dog manga that I saw, like, when looking it up, so that's interesting. Next we have Shoikichi, who is a jock bird. They look like a Daramaka doll. He has a fiery personality and never gives up. He just like has like a never failing spirit. His thing is like, even if you fall, it won't be for nothing. Like, turn everything to good amount, take advantage of your shortcomings. So yeah, they seem nice. Next we have the titular one from Jaden Animations, Sue-E, the snooty pig. She likes being surrounded by fine things, and apparently if you point out that there are more important things in life than material goods, she'll tell you that's what tasteless people say, which definitely explains like her attitude towards Jaden Animations in that one video. So you know what? I could do without. There really are more important things than the material goods, Sui. Next we have Sunny. She's a normal frog. Apparently she likes to be a baby, or likes to be like a tadpole. Apparently her whole thing is like the child of frog is a tadpole. A child may not resemble their parents or be interested in the same things as their parents at first, but when they grow up they will resemble their parents and follow their parents' footsteps. So I guess she really wants to be like a frog and like follow in her footsteps. But yeah, they seem nice. I like their little blip. Next up is Sven, the lazy goat. He's another, like, old boy. He has, like, a bit of an odd memory. He says he's trying to forget a particular embarrassing part of his youth when he go fishing for tin cans and eat them. So you know what, let's bring them back immediately. They seem really nice. Next we have Taro, the jock wolf, the only jock wolf, like, ever that was also left behind. He likes, like, jogging, no matter the weather, rainy, windy, if he's sick or something, which you should really take care of yourself. Like, you don't need to go jogging, all that. And even he believes that because he says, like, too much medicine can make it poison, so too much of a good thing is a bad thing. So he knows, like, when jogging can be, like, a good or a bad thing. But still, let's bring them back because I would like to see more jock, or, like, more personality varied animals and stuff. Next we got Tiara, the snooty rhino. She's like fancy. She likes she's good with like her makeup and never leaves her house with makeup, which apparently she's like really kicked on to it. But yeah, they seem nice. They seem nice. Next we have Twerp, the cranky bird. Apparently he lost like some feathers on his head and he's been in a bad mood about it. Like, wants to like became like a wig maker to create natural looking feather enhancement, and yeah, like being bald is beautiful, so let's bring this guy back like immediately. There's no reason to be angry Twerp. Next we got Valise, the snooty kangaroo. Apparently her name is based around a small piece of luggage, like her little baby, and apparently she's a fortune teller. She'll look in your mind and read your fortune, and if you don't like what she says, you'll have to wander around wondering if she was right. So let's bring them back immediately. Next we've got Weldon, the cranky bull. Apparently this guy is like, he mentions like, oh, he's like a really nice guy. He'll hold out his hand if you fall down. He'll give you a handkerchief if you cry. He'll give you some food if you're hungry. But he's like very only kind to women. But apparently the thing that threw me off is that if it's like saying of dawn doesn't break without women, which means women are necessary to get things done, which like, sir, what is that supposed to mean? So you can stay where you are, right next to Petunia. You're both of the same species. Next is Woolio, the jock sheep. I definitely like this guy. He's like a rapper and like likes music and stuff and wants to be famous. So yeah, we can bring this guy back. And then last one, before we get into the special villagers, is Yodel, the lazy gorilla. Apparently he does like enjoy like tropical island, but he wants to go back to mountain climbing. And the reason is that he left originally because like a lot of people like left their garbage in the mountains, so he had to leave and cares about littering. So you know what? They definitely seem nice. Okay, so that's it for the regular villagers. So I guess we could go into the special villagers. Cece and Vishay, the Callie Marie ones, they aren't technically removed anymore since they're going to be coming back into the 3.0 update as Shiver and Fry. And I do hope that they also have like Splatoon 2 stuff as well, because like because the Splatoon 1 stuff is nice, Splatoon 3 stuff is nice, but I'm really sad that they missed on like some Splatoon 2 stuff as well. So I guess like bring them back immediately, I guess, because I guess they're technically coming back. Next we got Epona. She's also like really nice. I like her. She's really pretty. Also I do want to say, like, for Seisei and Vishay, I definitely feel like Vishay should have been the one to cosplay Shiver and Seisei should have been Fry, because I feel like Seisei's peppy personality does not work well with Shiver. I feel like that's more of a normal personality one for like Vishay, but that's just my opinion. Next we got Feline, who's from Monster Hunter. I don't really like, I guess they're like okay, but I'm not really too much into Monster Hunter, I guess, so I guess I could do like without. Next is Philly. She's like a 7-Eleven promotional thing. Her birthday's literally 7-Eleven, and she's like part of the superhero things. I guess they're like okay. I would like more superhero stuff, but hopefully we can get some that aren't really exclusive. Next we have Ganon, the titular mastermind of evil. I guess they're okay. Well, actually, they might seem like nice. Maybe this is like a Ganon that like kind of like became like alright and stuff, like, and is like trying to like be like all kind and cool. Next is Holden. He's going in Stay Where You Are because his eyes terrify me. They look like broken and misshapen and stuff. Apparently his whole thing is that it's a collab between a place like that's like still like glue, it's a glue company and like stationery and stuff. The company's named Fuigi, and apparently like his birthday is to celebrate Glue Day, like where you put the 6 and 11 numbers together. It can resemble the Japanese word for glue. But yeah, you can stay where you are. Your eyes terrify me. Inkwell, I definitely would like to see you back, like not only as like your little squid form, but you know what, maybe we can add like another octopus for you to represent the Octoling, because that could be really cool too. Medley, they also seem nice. I definitely played like Wind Waker like a while back, and she's definitely really nice and sweet and stuff. Can you tell I'm running out of steam because I'm getting pretty tired? And then finally we have like Wolflink. I never played like Twilight Princess, though I watched Chugga's playthrough of it, and you know, like I guess they're okay. Like I definitely like their design and stuff, but yeah, they're okay. And yeah, that's my entire tier list of all the rejected villagers and stuff. I hope like this video does well, and if I ever get around to editing it, and yeah, and again, maybe next time I'll do like all the rest of the villagers and stuff, but I'll probably section them off like and take my time with it, because I'm already getting tired like from staring at my computer and talking a lot. So yeah, thanks. I don't really know what else to say. Thanks, see ya, bye.